I adore the Darling Divas collection by Debbie Corbari, and this month she has 3 brand new divas to add to her series. Today I'm going to show you a simple card that I made using the new Day at the Park Diva and an easy way to create a sky background that's a perfect backdrop for this set. Let me show you the tools and products you're going to need to do this background. First, you're going to need some cardstock, and I'm using a piece of the Gina Designs 80-pound white cardstock. You're also going to need a sponge, and I'm using one of our jumbo sponge daubers. You're going to need a little bit of ink, and I'm using the powder blue Gina Designs ink. And then you're going to need a scalloped oval or circle. Now you can do this with a punch, you can do this with an electronic cutter, or you can do this with a scallop die that you might have in your collection. What I did here was cut one of the Spellbinder's scalloped ovals, and I used one of the medium to smaller size shapes. Now what you're going to do is, you're going to start by inking up your sponge dauber with some of that ink, and I recommend a lighter blue like our ocean mist or the powder blue, something that's a little bit lighter that's going to kind of fade into the white. And you're going to place your scallop a little bit off the piece of cardstock, and you're going to work in a circular motion coming in from your scrap piece of paper onto the white part of the cardstock, and you're going to rub that all around the edge of the scallops, like that. You can see that made a little bit of a scalloped look for a cloud formation. And then for this next one, I'm going to do something similar. I'm going to put this piece right about here and add a little bit more ink, like that. Then I'm going to do one up here, and you see I'm kind of turning it as I go. And there's my next cloud formation, and I'm going to bring this one in down like this. And bring this one over. And I'm just kind of crisscrossing and just remembering that these are nice big puffy clouds in the sky, and they don't have to be perfect. They can go in different directions. Bring another one in down here. Now this sky I'm doing is a little bit brighter and more vivid. And then I'll show you the one that I did on my card sample. Now you can do one kind of in the center here where you can kind of work outward like that. And then another one over here. And you can see how I'm just building cloud after cloud. And it's okay if you kind of go over some of the white parts that we're showing from the last cloud. Do one here. And one over here. I think I'll add one this way. And one here. And then bring one in down here. Hold on to that cardstock slipping a little. There we go. And there we go. So now I have my pretty puffy clouds. You've probably, if you've ever flown in an airplane, that's kind of what it looks like when you look out the window. And now you have a backdrop that's ready for a focal image and a greeting. So let me show you the card that I made using this background and the new Day at the Park Diva. I call this card my What's Up card because it's up in the sky. She's sitting kind of up there. So here's my cloud background, and you can see this one's a little bit darker and this one's a little bit lighter. And then what I've done here is I've stamped the diva and the kite and the little greeting right there all on one panel, so that whole focal image and greeting panel can go up into that top left-hand corner. And then to give it a little balance, I just wrapped a little piece of chocolate, our dark chocolate, double-stitched ribbon, and added a little button with some of the brown and white baker's twine. Now let me just show you how easy it is to stamp this diva. This diva comes in our deeply etched red rubber, and I'm going to use some Memento black ink and just ink that up a little bit and stamp her. And then I want you to see how closely cut our rubber stamps are. Take a look at that. You can see that that is cut right along that whole edge of that tail of the kite. So even though this isn't a clear stamp, it's really easy to line up. So let me ink this stamp up with some black ink. And to add this to her hands, I'm just going to stamp it right there, like that. And you can see now it looks like she's holding the string on that kite. Super simple to stamp, no problem at all. Same with the greeting, that's cut super close and very easy to line up. I'll just stamp that right in there, and there we go. So you won't have any trouble getting nice alignment with the way our deeply etched red rubber is cut. Use this background for Debbie's mommy-to-be diva by stamping the little stork flying in the clouds. You can also use it for Debbie's new Serenity diva as a peaceful, airy background.